go. There. Hola. How's everyone doing? Hi. Are you guys ready for tonight's chat? I plan on making this video shorter than last time's. I'm thinking like 30 minutes. I'm gonna do a quick little glam. I'm not gonna do anything super dramatic. Just, you know, a natural beat and we can talk, we can catch up. Hello. Nice to have you back here. So I don't know if I should wait until we get at least like 10 people or if you should just start now. Let's just wait till it gets to 2 minutes. So 30 more seconds and then we can start this live. I'm literally getting ready to go nowhere. I'm gonna go to sleep like 2 hours after this, but I figured I haven't done makeup in a while, so why not? All right, 10 more seconds. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna start. So, how are you all doing? I hope you guys are all doing good. I'm literally just about to do my eyebrows really quick. And I'm just putting some brow gel. I use a lot of different moisturizers. Today I have on one, I forgot the name, it's in the other room, but I'll link it down below in the description box. I got it in one of my Ipsy boxes and it's like pricey, but I freaking love it. Like I'm gonna buy it again once I'm about to run out and I'm gonna buy it again because it's so good. It's like a whipped consistency and it's so freaking nice. I forget the name, it starts with a C. It's like a very short name, but I love it. So I'll either use that. I like to use that at night, but then during the day I'll use this one from Pure Allure. So both are really good, but the other one is like a lot thicker, which I like, especially in the winter because my skin's drier. So I am just combing out my brows and just kind of like setting them for like that fluffier look. So how was everyone's Valentine's Day? I hope your Valentine's Day was eventful. I have so much to talk about about this past weekend from where we last left off on my last live. Oh my gosh. My life is here. So, okay, we're in Mercury retrograde right now, and I feel like Mercury retrograde is really kicking my freaking ass. Like when I tell you guys, it's just like, I can't catch a break. Well, I feel like everything happens for a reason, but I'm like, damn, like, can I just have something good happen to me? Like, I know things could be a lot worse, and I have a lot to be thankful for, but it's like, damn, like, it's just like back to back. So first, you know, we have the whole Instagram fiasco, my Instagram getting deleted. On Friday after I got off the live, Instagram did reach out to me and they were like, oh, they finally responded to one of my emails and basically said that the same thing, like, oh, you were caught violating the terms, that you're trying to impersonate somebody else, so we need to prove that, you know, you are who you say you are. And I'm like, I literally can prove that I am who I am. Like, what do you need? They didn't reply to me today, so I literally don't know where that's gonna stand, but by Friday I'll decide if I'm gonna just like forget about the idea of regaining my old Instagram back or if I'm just gonna make a new one. I don't know, but my life has been very peaceful without it. My anxiety levels have been low, and I honestly, I like it. I like my life without Instagram. I've just been focusing on my Patryyciah Cosmetics Instagram, and it's been cool. So that's that. And I did tell you guys that I was getting away this weekend, and oh my goodness. So the plan was I was going to get away on Saturday. So I had clients on Saturday morning for makeup. So I went out Friday night after I did the live. Remember, I was getting ready to go out. So I went out. I didn't stay out that late. I only stayed out till about like midnight. And then I came home. I got home around like 12:30 or 1. It wasn't that late. But I hadn't finished packing and I needed to be up early for clients on Saturday. So my first client was at 9:30 and my second client was at 11. So it worked out perfectly because it takes me like an hour to do each client, and then I have to drive when the DMV. I feel like everything is so far away. So it took me an hour to get to my next client. Everything worked out fine. Everyone got done on time, and then I had to go straight to the airport. So I meet my friend so we can go to the airport because me and my friend Francesca were going, the one that I've shown you guys in my vlogs. Yep. So we were going to the airport, and we get to the airport and it's like dead. Like, I don't think I've ever seen an airport that dead. It was so freaking lonely in there. And we were like, oh, perfect, because we were worried that we were gonna get there late and that we were gonna miss our flight because we were like rushing. Because our flight was leaving at 3 and we got there at like 1:30. So we were like, okay, perfect. So we get something to eat because our gate, we were like already there, and they had like a lot of really good food places. So we were just eating, chilling, and then we go and we board the plane. So we board the plane. I swear, like, this shit only happens to me. We board the plane, and I have my seatbelt on. We had just finished doing a boomerang on her Instagram, like, oh yeah, like about to catch this flight. And then they tell us that the flight is canceled. And I'm like, are you freaking serious? And literally, like, on my way to the airport, I was driving so carefully because it was already like, it wasn't snowing, but the roads were getting really icy. It was like frozen ice, I want to say, like raining, and the rain was freezing. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, how could they have waited until the very absolute last minute to tell us that the flight is canceled? So I was just pissed. I was like already really tired from the night before. I didn't have my coffee that day. I was moody. And then, we do all that just for the flight to be canceled. So I'm like, oh, fucking fabulous. Mind you, we were going to Miami. So it was like, not anywhere super, super, super far away, but, still kind of close by. So we were just really excited just to get away because this is her first Valentine's Day single in like a long time. And then it was also, I guess, yeah, it's actually my first Valentine's Day single too in a long time. So yeah, anyways, long story short, we were excited to get away. So we were like, seriously. So I had told Francesca, I was like, don't check a bag because I have really bad, like, I don't know. I don't believe in checking bags if it's like for like a trip that's like domestic and it's short. I only check a bag if it's an international trip and I'm staying over a week. So I was like, don't check a bag, sis. Like, I don't know. I've always seen people lose their bags and stuff, and I always like get scared. So she was like, no, I want to have options. So she checks her bag, and then after we get off the flight, everyone's flight got canceled. Anyone that basically was flying after like 2 p.m. had their flights canceled. So the airport was a freaking, I can't cuss. It was a SHIT show. So everyone's over here mad, and I mean with good reason. Like, why would you want to like be at an airport and be boarding a flight and then your trip gets canceled? So everyone at the airport's mad, everyone's cussing, everyone's yelling. It was just havoc. And they basically told us, like, if you check the bag, you have to wait in this long ass line. So we wait in this long line, and I think she ended up waiting for maybe about like an hour and a half or an hour and 15 minutes. And we're in line, and then I go upstairs to see if there was any way that we could reschedule the flight because everything was paid for. We had our hotels paid for and everything. So I was like, damn, I hope we don't miss out on like they don't refund us. So I go upstairs to the check-in to see if I could reschedule the flight, and the line was literally going out of the airport. And I said, oh no. So then I call Southwest, and I'm like telling them what happened, and they're like, okay, so basically no flights are leaving out of any airport in the DMV area until Monday because there's a snowstorm that's about to happen. And I said, fabulous, great. Love that for me. This is just what I needed, right? So she's still in line. I tell her about that. She finds out that we can't get a refund from the hotel. So we were gonna stay at 2 hotels. One of the hotels was like really, really fancy and nice, and the other hotel was like really cute too. But the really, really expensive and fancy and nice one wasn't doing refunds. And I'm like, oh my god, like that's just our luck. Exactly. Trust me. That's my next trip. Don't even worry about it. So we go to so I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, like, what do I do? Because at first they were saying that there was going to be a flight leaving at 6 in the morning. And I was like, oh, perfect. Like 6 in the morning, that's great. Like, we can just stay the night at a hotel around here and then leave. And at least we got to get away. But then they tell us that all flights are canceled until Monday. And I'm like, Great. So then my mom was like, the hotel has to like, be understanding of that. And I'm sure that they're gonna refund you. Just give them a call and, explain everything. So we called the hotel and they basically said that they needed proof that our flights got canceled. And I had the proof because, I got the email and stuff. So I sent that to Francesca. She sent it to them and they're like, okay, fine, we'll refund you. So I was like, okay, cool. Then I was like, okay, let's make sure that the other hotel that we're going to stay at the next 2 nights can refund us as well. They had no problem because as long as you canceled before midnight, you were fine. So I said, okay, whew, cool. We didn't lose our money there. So then we're like, okay, let's get this hotel near the airport because the ice on the roads was getting like really bad. And even the sidewalks were just like so freaking slippery and stuff. So we were like, okay, let's get this hotel. We get to the hotel and we got there just in time because everyone from the freaking airport was trying to get rooms there. And the lines were long, people were getting rowdy. Like I felt so bad for the people working the front desk. I could only imagine the stress that they were under. So we get into the hotel room and I'm like, you know what? Things could be a lot worse. Trying to see the bright side, right? Oh, I didn't tell y'all. So the bag. So she waits for her bag and they basically say, you can either come back in 6 hours or come back tomorrow, but you have to stay in this line and you have to wait in this line and you have to let us know if you want us to keep the bags here or if you wanted to go on the first flight. And I'm like, what sense does that make? The Southwest just said that there's no flights leaving any airport in the DMV area to Florida until Monday. So why would it go out tomorrow? So we're just like, what? So she tells them, obviously, like, of course, just leave the bag here and I'll come back in the morning. And they're like, okay, cool. We go to the hotel room, we cheated on our diets. We said, F it, like, we just need good comfort food because we've been through a lot. So we get some hibachi, Uber eated to us. We eat. I knocked the fuck out. I was so tired from earlier that day that I knocked out. I slept so good that night. I was so well rested and I'm like, okay, well, at least I got a good night's sleep. Like, again, trying to be positive. Things could be worse. So the next day, we go to the airport to pick up her bag because they told us to come back in the morning. We go to the airport and then I wait for her outside as she goes in. And then guess what they tell her? They say that they shipped her bag off to Florida. And I'm like, what sense? To this day, I don't understand how they did that because no flights were leaving Baltimore. So how the hell do you ship out someone's flight if there was no flights leaving? I just don't understand that. So then, she's emotional because it was a rough couple days. We were so excited to leave. So, she was getting really emotional and she's just like, oh my gosh, like I'm so over everything. And I'm like, literally, what's next, universe? Like just slap me in the face. Just keep, just we're on a mean streak right now. So she gets in the car and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Food always makes me feel better. So why don't we go get something to eat? So we go to Tropical Smoothie Cafe because again, we're trying to get snatched and we had eaten really bad the night before. Tropical Smoothie Cafe was really yummy. And then they basically call her and tell her that she has to come back either later that night or the next day. She's like, okay, fine. And she lives about an hour. She's from Virginia, so she lives about over an hour away, just like I do from BWI. So she was like, hopefully they can bring my bag to National, which is like right by her house. So that was that. We get to Tropical Smoothie Cafe, get our smoothies, and I'm like, I'm trying to have a good day, no negative energy. And then my girl calls me up and she's crying because of some relationship issues she's going through. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, like, I'm the kind of friend I will always be there to listen and stuff, but I was just like, it was just so much bad stuff happening that I just wanted to have no negative energy. And I'm like, damn, like, why is so much bad stuff happening, like, to people around me? It wasn't just me. It was just, like, my friends, like, what happened to Francesca and her bag, and then my friend and her relationship. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what is in the air? And I'm like, oh, duh, it's Mercury retrograde. Like, duh, of course bad things are happening. So I'm like, okay. So then I was like, okay, well, maybe we can all go out tonight to, like, eat and celebrate Valentine's Day as, like, single girls, And then that was kind of the idea. But then my friend was like, no, I'm just going to hang out with my boyfriend and, see if we can work things out. And then Francesca, she was still open. But then once I got home, I was so tired and, like, relaxed. And this is the thing with me. It takes a lot to get me out of the bed. My happiness in life, like, what really fulfills me is laying in bed watching reality TV and having something good to eat. Like, I love that. Like, that is what I can honestly say makes me happy. there's nothing that I enjoy more. And when I was younger, I mean, you couldn't even get me to stay home. You know, I was out here at the clubs, you know, acting a fool. But now it's like, that's the only thing I enjoy doing. I don't know if y'all are like that, but I just love being home, unbothered, at peace, and alone. Honestly, I love being home alone. And I feel like I've finally gotten to the point now where it's like, you have to be really freaking special to get me out of the house, and, you know, make your company has to be a lot better than my own for me to even want to hang out with you, because I just love being home. So I get home, my parents are home, and then we were just watching movies and stuff. My parents went out for Valentine's Day because, you know, they're married or whatever. So they went out with their friends, and I stayed home and I just watched Love and Hip Hop the rest of the night. So I think this is the best Valentine's Day I've ever had. Of course, everything else really sucked, you know, the whole Miami trip being canceled and stuff, but this was the most peaceful Valentine's Day ever. Like, I can never say that I've had a good Valentine's Day while being in a relationship, and the best Valentine's Day that I've had is being single. So I had an amazing Valentine's Day. I hope you all did too. And I hope that, you know, if you spent it single, you enjoyed it and you weren't crying. But even if you were crying, it's okay. You know, we've all been there. So yeah, that was my Valentine's Day. And then Francesca hits me up today. My girl's been going through it. And she tells me, when we were at the airport, she was like, you know, my back really hurts. And she's like, I think it's from my carry-on, because my carry-on was really heavy. And I'm like, okay, you know, maybe you just need to relax. So 2 days goes by, and then last night she calls me and she's like, guess why my back was hurting? And I said, why? She had also had a little red spot in the back of her back, and she thought that that red spot was from her eczema. So, you know, she was just assuming that the warm weather in Florida was going to help the eczema go away and stuff. So she goes to the doctors because the back pain wouldn't go away. Turns out she has chickenpox. So she's like, oh my God, like, what is going on? And I'm like, damn, sis. So I wish I could have her on here. I wish I would have had her on here today. But yeah, so she got chickenpox. Luckily, I don't feel any symptoms because we weren't like touching up on each other and stuff. So apparently it's only contagious if you're sharing clothes or really touching on somebody. But yeah, Mercury retrograde. I cannot wait for this crap to be over. And then I just got a notification that I just got a text right now that something horribly wrong just happened with my restock for my lip glosses. So I'm not even going to get mad. It's just, it is what it is. Life goes on. So anyways, back to what I was saying. That was the whole Valentine's Day fiasco. Other than that and this text I just got, everything else is pretty much fine. I saw so many people having really cute Valentine's Days. I don't know if Kelly's on here, but she had the cutest little spread with her boyfriend, and I just thought that was so cute. So I was reading the comments when I asked you guys to leave me topics of things to talk about, and a lot of y'all had a lot of different things. The two that commented, it was like a lot of different things. So either we can talk about the law of attraction, we can talk about managing someone. Kelly said YouTube channel, managing YouTube channel on Instagram. I think someone else said something about, was it something about relationships? I don't remember. But anyways, let me know what topic you want to talk about for the next like 15 minutes. Comment right now and we'll get into it, because I don't want to keep rambling on about Valentine's Day and Mercury retrograde. Maria, thank you. I'm trying. I mean, at the end of the day, why cry over spilled milk? You know, that's not going to solve anything. Maria, you're the one who brought up law of attraction. I'm actually doing a lot of manifesting these days because, Lord Jesus, I need it. Okay, long story short, Mercury retrograde is, I'm really bad at explaining things like the way they should be explained. So the way that I interpret Mercury retrograde is, it's a time period where the planets or the stars are not aligning the way that they should, and a lot of unfortunate things happen. It's like a series of unfortunate events. So when I tell y'all I have been feeling Mercury retrograde, I have been feeling it. And it's supposed to be over, I think, on the 21st or the 28th, and the next one is in the end of May, like Memorial Day weekend. So that's the next Mercury retrograde. So if you feel like, you know, you've been going through it this last like few weeks, it's probably because of Mercury retrograde. All right, let's talk about the law of attraction. Okay, what about the law of attraction do you want to know, Maria? I'm a firm believer in the law of attraction. I got hip to the law of attraction back in the summer of 2019. Of course, I was going through a breakup. I kind of touched this before. I was going through a breakup, And I just wanted to feel better. I just was so tired of feeling like crap. So I was, once upon a time, I was threading eyebrows. Didn't last very long. It wasn't for me. But at the eyebrow threading course that I took to get certified, the teacher or the professor at the course, not, she wasn't even the teacher, she was like the owner of the studio. Um, and she went over like a lot of like the marketing aspects of, having your own threading business and stuff. So she started to talk to us about the law of attraction and the book, The Secret. So The Secret is the book that really just like changed my life forever. And I get everyone hip to it, especially people who feel like that they're like stuck or that are always really negative and stuff. So the law of attraction basically states that when you're a positive person, when you do good, good will always come back to you. So it also teaches you how to like manifest and how to like put things into the universe, and how to get what you want. And when I tell y'all, it's worked. Like, sorry guys. Yes, thank you. You look really pretty. Yeah, I know, it comes a little bit, goes a long way. I'll list everything down below in the description box. And it's just easier that way for me, but I'll list everything after I post this video. So in the law of attraction, you basically are able to manifest everything you want. When you read The Secret, you basically get like testimonials of people who have completely changed their lives and who have, like, for example, there's one man here who had manifested that he really, really wanted to write a book and he wanted to make $1 million from it. And what he would do was he would put, and I have actually a $100 bill right on top of the ceiling. I wish I could show you guys, but I think I'm gonna mess everything up. So he had a $100 bill on his ceiling, and then he wrote some extra zeros to make $1 million. And every day he would say like, I have $1 million. Like, universe, I am so thankful that I have $1 million. And basically it's not like you just don't like wish for it. You have to actually work for it, obviously. So he was like, okay, what can I do to make myself get to $1 million? And he's like, okay, I want to write a book, but how am I going to sell, like, how many copies do I need to sell to make $1 million? So he's like, if I sell this amount of copies at 25 cents each, I'll make it. And he starts speaking that into existence and manifesting that. And before he knew it, some professor or some news reporter from like the New York Times contacted him to do some speech at a really prominent university. And like, this is before things could go viral. This is like before the internet and social media. And basically everyone started hearing about him, and he sold the amount of copies that he needed and made $1 million. So it's basically saying that, like, basically if you're anyone who has a business or wants to start a business, like, it's really important to have that kind of mindset that you're gonna make this amount of money and you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that. So that's kind of like a gist of it. I've personally done the law of attraction. My sister, she was a very negative person and she was always complaining about her job, and I'm like, Elby, you need to read The Secret. I have the audiobook of The Secret because I'm really like, I don't like reading. I do, but I prefer audiobooks because I'm always on the go and I'm always, doing stuff. So I do audiobooks, and I always play it when I go to sleep. A lot of times when I'm really, really trying to manifest something, I'll play it when I'm driving instead of like my music. But basically, whatever you put out into the universe is what you get back. I like to write things down. I've started doing a lot of journaling lately, and I write a lot of things down. And I feel like that helps things really come true a lot faster. Like, for example, recently I manifested my lip gloss launch. I wanted to hit a certain goal. I surpassed that. And sometimes it's like, you'll write down your goal, and like you have, the thing with the law of attraction is that you have to act like it's already happened. So if you want something like, I want to lose 25 pounds by May, you have to say, universe, I am so happy and grateful that I've lost 25 pounds. You have to speak in present tense. You can't speak like it's like you're waiting for it to happen. Like, you have to speak in present tense and it's gonna happen. Like, you just have to keep saying it. There's different ways to manifest. Some people do like the 3-6-9 rule. I don't really do that. I just feel like what I've done has worked for me so far. I manifested the apartment that I wanted when I moved to Atlanta. I manifested a lot of different things. I can't even think of it right now, but it really does work, and it all really comes down to your mindset. And sometimes it's like, there's times, because with what I do, before I'd had the makeup line, I was just a makeup artist. So if I don't work, I don't get paid. And it's a very unstable job. It's not easy. So a lot of times, I would be like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, I haven't had any clients, like, fuck, like my car note's about to get taken out. Like, I would stress out, and I'm the kind of person, I don't like to ask nobody for help. Like, I have too much pride. So I need a contact, there it is. So I would be really stressed out. And then I'm like, no, everything's gonna be okay. The universe got me. Like, I'm good. Like, I know that I will be okay. My car note is gonna be fine. And I have to like convince it's like all about tricking your mind. Like, I would even tell myself, like, I have this much amount in my bank account right now. Like, I'm good. Like, trust me. Universe got me. I believe in God. I'd be like, God got me. You know, I'm just very, very positive. And lo and behold, an hour later, I'll get like a huge bridal booking, or like a booking that covers the amount that I needed for my car note or something. It's like little things like that. It's like you just really have to trick your mind. It all comes down to tricking your mind. So there's like tons of videos that I watch on the law of attraction. I like to do a lot of like the law of attraction while I'm sleeping, like the hypnosis videos, and those will give you the best sleep ever. And it's just like, it works. It works. There's a ton of them that I watch on YouTube. I can actually link them down below. Yes, you have to try it. It's amazing. So law of attraction is I don't want to say it's my Bible, but it kind of is. That's another story for another day. It's too controversial when we talk about religion and stuff. But my sister was, like I said, a very negative person. When we went to El Salvador last year, I forced her to like listen to The Secret with me as I was falling asleep. And it took me a while to convince her, because she was like, this sounds weird. This sounds like a cult, blah, blah, blah. My sister's very skeptical of like anything that's not like scientific and stuff. So I was like, Elby, trust me, it works. And she just manifested a brand new job, because she hated the job that she was at and she was so over it. And she texted me and she's like, Patricia, you were right. Like, the law of attraction is so real. Like, I believe in it now. Like, she can't believe how she was able to manifest it. I'm like, I told you. So if you haven't heard of it, or if you haven't practiced it and you want to make a change in your life, I highly suggest doing so. So I'm just contouring. Yes, girl. You can have literally everything you want in life. And I think it's like, they always emphasize like there's no dream that's too big, like, at all. My makeup launch, when I first launched my makeup line, like, I was manifesting, like, I want to sell this, and this, like, this amount, make this amount, surpass that. You know, it's like, and it's not just like money things. It's like, even on the inside, like, sometimes it's like, I really got to tell myself, because at the end of the day, we all have insecurities. We all have moments where we have a lot of negativity inside of us, jealousy, you know, or even just like bitterness towards people. And I have to tell myself, like, I am secure, I am confident, I am, you know, I have to constantly tell myself those things. And now it's like the things that I used to stress over a year ago, the insecurities I used to have, are completely like non-existent now. They're nothing compared to what I used to be. And I really think it's all about tricking your mind and trying to convince yourself of this reality. Even though you don't have it yet, you have to pretend like you do. So that is the law of attraction, Maria. I really wish that I could play music on this live, but YouTube would copyright me. Okay. And then some blush. I actually have to create content for Patryyciah Cosmetics right after this. So this actually worked out perfectly, because I haven't done anything new in quite some time. Party committee, are you still on here? I want to ask you a question. If you're still on here, please comment. Okay, I don't know if if I have this wrong. Can you tell me your first name? Because I don't want to keep calling you party committee, because I don't see your first name on here. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay. And then, yes. Exactly. Every morning I have like my list of like manifestations and affirmations that I recite, and then every night before bed I do that, and I'm like, I have this amount in my bank account. I live in this place. Like, it's like, but the thing with law of attraction is that you have to be very, very specific. You can't just say, I'm so happy and grateful that I have my own brand. Like, no, you have to be very specific because the universe can take it many different kinds of ways. So you have to say, I am so happy and grateful that I have a cosmetic line that is specializing in this and I have it by this date. Like, you have to be very, very specific because you can manifest, oh, universe, I want to have $1 million, but universe is going to be like, okay, by when? Do you want it by tomorrow or do you want it by a week from now or 10 years from now? You know, you have to be very specific. So we need to start believing what we want. Yes, you have to act like you already have it. Like, that's the whole thing. You have to act like you already have it. You have to act like, you know, you have to act like you're not wanting for it, because if you come off as needy, like, I need this, I need to have this, I really, really want this, that's a negative energy that you're putting onto the universe. So you have to put out that positive energy, like, I'm so happy and grateful that I already have this. And again, it comes back to tricking your mind. And trust me, it freaking works. Sometimes there's been times where I manifest things and I'm like, whoa, like, that's scary. Like, I can't believe that just happened. Like, it's crazy. And then I feel like a good indicator of when, like, you know, your manifestation's about to come true is when you see constant reminders of what you're trying to manifest. Like, right now, I'm not going to say what it is that I'm manifesting because I like to keep that, like, on the low until it's actually already happened. But, like, right now, I've been manifesting something for like the last few months that I want to happen by like summertime. And I've been getting all these signs that I like of what I'm trying to manifest, and like these things just keep reappearing in different places, and it's just like really, I want, a lot of times I want to say it's ironic, but it's not ironic. It's like it's happening for a reason. So I feel like that's a good indicator of your manifestation starting to come true. And also they say, like, when you start to see certain signs, like certain numbers, like 111, see ya, 111, 444, those are supposed to call like angel signs or angel numbers. And if you keep seeing those a lot, that means that your manifestation is coming true. I've been seeing 111 a lot lately. And then some mascara. Good question. That's actually a great question. I just ate so much right now. I made this pollo a la crema, and I've never made it before. I literally was just experimenting. That's the kind of thing that I do. Like, I never go off recipes. I just make whatever I feel like, and it tends to come out good. Oh, I miss them too. But I didn't go to the gym ever since the whole fiasco with my Instagram happened because I've just been not in the mood. And then I've been super busy too. So Snatch Summer is going okay. I've been wearing my faja to sleep every night, and I really do feel like that helps. I've been waist training. The other day I wore my faja and then the waist trainer on top. Couldn't breathe, but I woke up really snatched. So do I recommend it? I don't know. That's totally personal preference. But yeah, I don't know. And I'm really torn, Maria. I don't know if I should wait another week to see if I get my Instagram back or if I should just make a new one. So what do y'all think? Should I wait another week? I was gonna wait originally until this Friday to decide if I'm gonna get an Instagram back or not, but I can't decide. So what do y'all think? Should I wait or just make a new one and start all over already? Mascara makes such a difference. Wait. Yeah. Instagram. I don't understand. I don't think I'll ever understand how they were able to deactivate my Instagram without even notifying me first, like saying like, "Hey, someone said you're acting like this person. Prove that you are who you say you are." Like, I don't understand how that didn't happen instead of just you know, like, you know what? But that's why Instagram's dying. That's why everyone's leaving Instagram and going to TikTok and going to Clubhouse, because Instagram is stupid and does shit like that. Like, who does that? I haven't made a TikTok in so long either. I'm just tired of talking crap. Yeah, they really do. And I know exactly who it was. I know exactly who was up to this, but karma doesn't miss anybody. So it is what it is. And like I said last time, what's meant for you will be for you, no matter how hard people try to stop that or, throw obstacles in your way. Sometimes setbacks aren't really setbacks, they're just detours. And you might think that that something is like the end of the world, but it's really just like leading you to the next best thing that's coming your way. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna wear some of the lip gloss, the new one. So yeah. What do y'all think? Should I keep doing lives at this time, or should I do them earlier like I was doing? I should have really worn some lip liner, but it's downstairs and I don't feel like making that trip. Okay, and that's the look. Okay, cool. So I'll try to stick to 2 to 8. But I feel like either I need to come up with like a set list of topics to talk about, because I don't like to just be like on here quiet waiting for the next topic. So I think I had to put some more thought into, okay, we're talking about this, this, and this. It's gonna be like a little talk show. I think that's what we're gonna do. So unfortunately, I don't think YouTube allows the interactive, like someone else to be able to join the live like Instagram does, which is a bummer because I think that would make it a lot more fun. But I like YouTube Live. We're gonna keep doing this. So I might get on here like spontaneously, randomly one of these days just because it's fun. And I feel like they're a lot more entertaining when it's spontaneous instead of planned. But I mean, it is what it is. If you guys have any topics that you want me to talk about next time to make it a little more fun, because I feel like we didn't talk too much crap this time. This was like a very positive, just like chill, get ready with me, which I'm not used to because usually I'm telling crazy story times. So yeah. Perfect. Alrighty, well, thank you guys for watching. I'm like trying to hide my boobs because I'm not wearing a bra. But I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 8. If not, I'll probably come on here a little bit on Friday. But yeah, talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching. All right, how do I get out?